Hello everyone, welcome to the Redmen TV. Leicester 0, Liverpool 1. What a mad old time of life and game of football. Liverpool totally and utterly dominant, as you'd expect against a team that's right down the bottom in Leicester City, but made it hard work getting it over the line. They really, really did. And it took Trent Alexander-Arnold, the man who, for all intents and purposes, is not going to be a Liverpool player next season. You know, nothing we've heard to the contrary suggested he's going to be anything other than a Real Madrid player next season. But, you know, he's taken stick, he's taken abuse while he's been out injured. He's got Paddy the Baddie calling him a lizard. Some people didn't want him to come back, didn't want him to kick another ball for Liverpool, but Arne Slot just wants to win the Premier League title, and it seems like, shock, Trent does too. Great to see him come off the bench and have that kind of positive impact on the game, because he's not going to go with like the fond wishes of all Liverpool fans. He's not. He just isn't, whether he wants that to happen or not. If he wants that, it's a naive way of thinking. But, you know, if he's going to leave, if his heart's set on leaving, then, you know, go and have a tangible impact, go and leave your mark, and go and make sure you can say, you know, I was one of the reasons why Liverpool lifted that title, and helping Liverpool get 3 points today was that. It is, and it was prior to this game, it's a matter of when, not if, Liverpool are Premier League champions. But those anxieties will exist in some quarters. Let me know, actually, in the comments. Were you feeling nervous going into the game today about Liverpool still winning the title? The YouTube comments during the watch along, there was a lot of people talking about like that nerves and whatever. I never really felt it, and I get that there's a sense that you want to see better performances from us. We do, but I also don't think that this is an impact. This is like like foreshadowing of what Liverpool will be like in the future. This is the Reds who put their foot to the floor and have absolutely battered their way to clear at the top of the Premier League. And this is how they're choosing to construct the season. You know, the times when Liverpool have come close in previous seasons, where we've gotten to the final day and not been able to get it over the line. You know, we've had to fight tooth and nail for every single game and then suffered heartbreak. And I remember saying in pre-season, you know, if we just win leagues the way that Liverpool or loads of teams have won them in the past, that is to say, with points and games in hand, let's try that. It's nowhere near as like thrilling, and it does leave you kind of going, well, what is there, something wrong with this team? Why can't we beat Leicester? Well, look, because Liverpool have earned the points on the board by going about it the way they've gone about it. And I have some critiques or criticism about how we've managed our squad, but at the same time, it's like complaining that you've got a tape deck in your Ferrari and it's not working as well as, like, you know, as having a DAB radio. Liverpool are a Ferrari that's about to win a title. You take my point, is that, sometimes you do have to go deep and you have to have it all the way, and sometimes you don't. Liverpool sides used to win leagues in 70s and 80s by, again, battering the league and then being crap for the final run-in when it was basically confirmed. This is a very almost archetypal league win that we're seeing from the Reds. It's not as super thrilling, as exciting as it's been in years gone. You know, we didn't just have it totally done and dusted in January like we did in 2020, but equally, you know, I'm going to get to see Liverpool lift the Premier League trophy with my own two eyes this time. So, yeah, you know, is this how I would have chosen to do it? No, I'd have chosen last season in just pure madness and, you know, and craziness, and giving Jurgen Klopp one more league title. But ultimately, if we want Liverpool to be a successful team, then we shouldn't really turn our nose up at how any league title is secured. And that brings us back around to the Trent Alexander-Arnold point. He is a Liverpool player. He's been a Liverpool servant, and while he's got something to contribute towards Liverpool, then get him on the pitch and use him. If his role for the rest of the season is actually just to make sure that we don't break Conor Bradley, then I'm absolutely fine with that. You play Conor Bradley for 60 minutes, 65, 70 minutes, and let Trent have 20 minutes to go and impact football games, because I can't see that. I mean, look, maybe once it's confirmed, we'll see something change. Maybe all the pressure will come off, and we'll be playing teams who've got nothing left to play for, and maybe we'll see some like big wins or whatever. But ultimately, God, who cares? As long as Liverpool get the title confirmed, everything else around it is noise. And I know we've got to deal with a world where, you know, everyone's trying to make you feel bad about it from outside the Liverpool fan base and sometimes within it, of like, you know, the quality of the league, blah, blah, blah. The league is amazing. There are more amazing footballers per team than there has ever been in the history of the Premier League. And yeah, don't let other people talk you down and make you feel bad about it. It is less thrilling when it feels like Liverpool are kind of starting to run out of sort of energy and excitement and all that. But what we're being is effective. We are getting across the line. We are going to lift the 20th league title, and everything is going to be amazing as a result of it. Beyond that, performance-wise, this is why it's funny. Gakpo had a decent enough game on the left-hand side. Same with Diaz, actually, you know, okay leading the line. Salah, a real threat in the first half, and that faded off a little bit, but then again, still managed to cause some problems for them in the second. Virgil led the line defensively really well. Alisson had nothing to do all game long. I thought Conor Bradley was really, really good. A couple of wobbles early doors, but came out with flying colours at the end of it as well. And you can see, I'd have kept him on. But there's no need to keep him on when you've got another footballer capable of influencing a match like that in Trent. So that's very, very cool. McAllister, brilliant again in midfield. Good to see Harvey Elliott getting some time on the pitch. Wasn't able to do loads, but again showed that he can cause issues for the team as well. I love Harvey. I hope we do keep him, and I hope he gets more game time for us next season, because I think there's a real player there. But yeah, will we remember how this game went from start to finish? No, it will probably be remembered more for the game that maybe this was Trent's big sort of final bow before his curtain call as a Liverpool player. And if he gets to leave on a high note, then cool. If he's made his decision, it's a shame, but we will have to live with it. And we don't have to feel great about him or great about it, but hopefully, you know, in the fullness of time, it'll be something that we look back on his career fondly. But yeah, big moment for him, big moment for the away end, of course, which is always really, really good. And yeah, for Liverpool fans across the globe, we're closing in. I have to ask you a question, hypothetically. Would you have rather us 100% won it this weekend, or taken the gamble that it goes like this, that we might actually end up winning it in midweek if Arsenal lose to Palace? Or would you have gambled the chance to win it in front of our fans against Tottenham next weekend for this? It's a tricky one. Now that we're here, I really, really hope that Crystal Palace don't do us a favour and we can just win it at Anfield next week. But ultimately, beggars can't be choosers. And yeah, don't worry about it. As long as we get this league title won, that is the most important thing. And Liverpool will, because it's not a matter of if, but when. Let me tell you about some boss stuff that's coming up. We're in Ireland next week. Dublin and Cork especially. Head to ticketmaster.ie. We've got a huge party for you guys, because there's a chance, particularly in Dublin, we might be confirmed as champions, and fuck me, we're going to go big that night if we do. But yeah, Cork, first time coming to Cork next Friday. That's going to be huge. Ticketmaster.ie. And then the final weekend of the season. Are you ready to make your plans for the final weekend? You should do, because tickets are going fast. Head to theredweekender.com. We are going live on stage on Saturday at the Convention Centre at the M&S Bank Arena in Liverpool. Thousands of people. Us, the Dalglishers, playing Family Fortunes, hosted by Les Dennis, and then the Zootons, one of the greatest bands ever to come from the city, the Zootons. Yeah, theredweekender.com. Head over to there. And one last thing. Thank you so much for your support. Do drop a like on this video and subscribe to the YouTube channel as well. Come on, Reds. 3 more points.